A starving man stands on a chair with a rope around his neck. His apartment is dark. His food is gone. His water is gone. His family is gone. For 20 days, Oh Jun-woo has watched the world die from behind one locked door. From now on, we'll call him June. And now, with zombies crawling through the building below him, June decides there is only one way out. He kicks the chair away. Then, just as his body starts to go limp, a red laser hits his face. Across the street, in another apartment tower, someone is watching him. And on a whiteboard, she has written one word: no. But before that red light saves him, June is just a gamer kid skipping school. He wakes up alone, ignores a note from his mother asking him to buy groceries, and sits down at his computer instead. Outside, the city is already starting to break, but inside his room, the only thing that matters is the game. Then one of his online friends suddenly panics. Turn on the news. June switches on the TV. A reporter is speaking fast, but the broadcast cuts out. His phone has no signal. His game freezes. And when he walks to the window, he sees people running through the street like they are being hunted. Then one woman jumps on another and bites into her. June freezes. This is not a riot. This is not a fight. Something is spreading. Screams explode inside his apartment building. June looks through the peephole, but the hallway seems empty. He almost opens the door. Then his panicked neighbor bursts in. The man is shaking, begging to hide. He says everyone outside has gone insane. His own brother attacked him. June wants him out, but the neighbor begs for 1 minute in the bathroom. June lets him in. That is his first mistake. The TV comes back, and the news finally explains the nightmare. A violent infection is spreading through the city. The infected attack anyone near them. Anyone bitten turns. One symptom is bleeding from the eyes. June remembers the man in his bathroom. He grabs a knife. The neighbor steps out holding his neck. He keeps saying he is fine. He just needs to stay for 1 hour. Then blood runs down from his eye. His body twists. His scream turns into something animal, and a second later, he lunges at June. June fights him off, shoves him into the hallway, and slams the door before the infected man can bite him. Through the peephole, he watches a giant infected pounce on the body and tear into it. June does not breathe. Because the monster is inches from his door, blood starts sliding under the frame. He drags the refrigerator across the room and blocks the entrance. Then he checks his supplies and realizes the cruelest part. His mother told him to buy food. He ignored her. A message from his family finally gets through. They are safe for now. They tell him not to open the door, to ration everything, and to survive until help comes. So June writes his name and address on a sign, takes a photo, and uploads it online with the other trapped survivors begging the army to find them. Then he sees a video of someone catching a phone signal from a balcony. That gives him an idea. He straps his phone to a drone and flies it above the apartment complex. Through his goggles, he sees the streets below packed with infected bodies, wandering between abandoned cars and broken storefronts. The drone climbs higher. One bar appears. June calls his family. But before the call connects, the battery dies. The drone falls, and his phone goes with it. That night, he hears gunshots outside. A police officer is fighting a horde in the street, firing until her bullets run out. When the zombies surround her, she tries to use the last shot on herself. She fails. The gun drops. The horde drags her away screaming. June stares at the weapon below. If he can get it, he might survive. But before he can even think, something pounds on his apartment door. The fridge slides back. A zombie breaks through. June runs to the balcony and pretends to jump. The zombie charges after him and throws itself over the edge. But June is still hanging from the railing. The zombie falls. For 1 second, he thinks he has won. Then he walks back inside and sees the fridge has knocked over his last food and water. Everything is ruined. Days pass. The news repeats the same warnings. Stay inside. Lock your doors. Wait for rescue. But rescue never comes. June covers his balcony so the infected cannot see him. He eats scraps. He drinks what little water he has left. When he spills the final bottle, he drops to the floor and licks it up like an animal. Then hunger turns into hallucination. He drinks his father's alcohol. He dances alone in the apartment. He sees his mother standing there and runs into her arms. But there is no one there, only the empty room. Then his phone suddenly catches a weak signal and a voicemail arrives from his mother. June climbs out the window, desperate to hear her voice. The message plays. His family is trapped at a company building. Zombies are breaking in. His mother screams. His sister screams. Then the message ends. June loses the last thing keeping him human. He smashes the apartment. He destroys the TV. Then he opens the door and walks into the hallway with a weapon, screaming at the dead like they can understand grief. The noise brings them all. He barely escapes back inside, hiding from one blind infected in the hallway and holding the door shut with both hands while zombies pound from the other side. When they finally leave, he is not saved. He is just alone again. 20 days after the outbreak, the power goes out. The apartment falls silent. June sets up a camera for one last message, but no words come out. So he ties a rope, stands on a chair, and gives up. That is when the laser hits him. Across the street, a woman points to her board. No, her name is Kim Yubin. From now on, we'll call her Yubin. She survived in the building opposite his. She has traps at her doors, weapons within reach, and enough discipline to stay quiet when every sound can kill her. She tells him not to speak. They use signs and gestures. She calls him an idiot for trying to die. Then they agree to meet at their windows every morning at 7. For the first time in weeks, June smiles. If being seen at the lowest point hit you, subscribe. The next morning, June oversleeps and panics. Yubin appears at the window and scolds him like the world did not just end. Then she sees a zombie inside her apartment. She calmly leaves the window, finds the creature caught in one of her traps, and kills it with a hammer. June realizes she is not just another survivor, she is better at this than he is. When rain finally falls, both of them collect water in every bowl, cup, and container they can find. But June is starving, and Yubin sees it. She tries to throw him food with a rope, but the gap between buildings is too wide. So June uses a second drone, ties a line to it, and flies it across to her window. This time, it works. Yubin sends food across the makeshift line, and June eats like a man brought back from the dead. Then the rope jerks. A zombie in the street has grabbed it. The table anchoring Yubin's side slides violently across her apartment and knocks her unconscious. The rope hangs outside her window, and the infected creature starts climbing toward her. June throws bottles, but they fall short, so he flies the drone straight at the zombie, distracting it long enough for Yubin to wake up. Just as the creature reaches her, she cuts off its hand and sends it falling. The dead below scream up at her. Hope has made them visible. Now danger knows exactly where they are. June needs more supplies. He wraps tape around his shoes to muffle his steps, sneaks into the hallway, and uses his dead neighbor's keys to enter another apartment. Inside, he grabs food, clothes, and walkie-talkies. Then a zombie attacks from behind. June uses a corpse as a shield, runs back to his apartment, and sends Yubin a walkie-talkie with some food. Now they can finally hear each other. She thanks him for the food. He says she saved his life. Yubin answers that he wanted to live. She only gave him a reason. For a while, survival almost feels normal. They cook at the same time. They talk across the radios. Yubin admits she is afraid of heights, which shocks June because she just cut a zombie's hand off without blinking. She says she does not think of them as people anymore. That is why it was easy. Then both of them hear what sounds like rain. It is not rain. It is thousands of infected feet running toward the buildings. They drop to the floor and stay silent, but Yubin knocks something over. The crash pulls the zombies to her apartment. June reacts fast. He calls the phone in another unit near her, and the ringing drags the horde away. But both of them understand the truth now. Their apartments are no longer shelters. They are cages. Yubin has been watching June's building. She believes the 8th floor is empty. No movement, no zombies. Maybe a safe place. So they prepare to leave. Yubin climbs down first, tied to a rope, fighting infected on the way with brutal focus. She reaches the street and grabs the fallen police officer's gun. Then a zombie nearly bites her. June charges down to help, and together they fight through the swarm and reach the other building. They slam the entrance shut, but the glass begins to crack immediately. They run to the elevator. For one tiny moment, the doors close, and they are safe. On the 8th floor, everything is quiet. Too quiet. Every apartment door is locked. Then one zombie appears behind them, then another. Then the whole hallway fills with infected bodies. June drops a metal gate to slow them down, but it will not hold. Suddenly, someone pulls Yubin into an apartment. A stranger wearing a mask throws smoke into the hallway and tells June to follow. Inside, the 8th floor man offers them water and food. Yubin hesitates, so he drinks first. He says a rescue team is coming. He saw it on TV. Relief hits them all at once. Then June collapses. The food was drugged. When Yubin wakes up, her wrists are tied. She is locked in a room with a chained zombie woman, the 8th floor man's wife. He has not been saving survivors. He has been feeding them to her. June wakes up and points the gun at him, calling him a monster, but the man only says he is trying to save his wife. Then he loosens the chain. The infected woman crawls toward Yubin. June fights to hold the chain back, but it slips from his hands. Yubin screams. Then suddenly, she goes silent. The 8th floor man opens the door, thinking his wife has fed. Instead, the zombie turns on him. He does not fight. "Let her eat," he says. Yubin grabs the gun and fires. Both of them drop, but the gunshot rolls through the building like a dinner bell. Every infected thing nearby starts coming. Yubin hands the gun to June and begs him to shoot her before they are eaten alive. He raises it with shaking hands, crying too hard to pull the trigger. Then they hear helicopters. They run for the roof, throwing smoke grenades and fighting through the stairwell. Yubin slips and June catches her, forcing her to climb ahead and signal the aircraft. She reaches the roof. But when Yoon gets there, the helicopters are already leaving. He screams into the sky. Behind them, the rooftop door bursts open. The infected flood out. Yoon fires until the gun clicks empty. He and Yubin stand together with nowhere left to run. Then the helicopter turns back. Soldiers open fire from above, cutting down the horde before it reaches them. A rope drops. June and Yubin climb aboard as the city burns beneath them. On the radio, the military announces that survivors are being located through the messages they posted online. The photo June uploaded when he still believed someone might come actually worked. The city is almost gone. His family is gone. But the man who once stood alone with a rope around his neck is no longer dying in silence, because one person saw him, and this time he stayed alive.